Sorry, COVID. Hi. Good morning, everybody. Oh wait, this is the afternoon. Oh, I've been working every day, bruh, and it ends up that I have to work an additional 7 more days, and I won't be getting a day off. So hopefully everybody's gonna be partying outside, barbecuing, and popping fireworks on 4th of July while I am at work. But anyway, um, I came across this interesting article by Click to Houston, and it's titled Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo from self quarantine. Anything less than stay at home order. Fuck, I'm so tired. It's been a long day, man. Haven't had a day off yet. Give me a break. Really, give me a break. And hazard pay. Anything. Just joking. Wait, I'm not joking. What the fuck? Alright, anyway, anything less than stay home order is a gamble on our own people. By Amanda Cochran. You know what's funny? Cases have finally spiked where I live, and the numbers have been going up. Even my coworker has officially received the COVID-19. So, yeah, not looking too good. Maybe I'll get it. I wonder if I collect unemployment. Houston. Anyway, I'm gonna just get into this article. I don't know what it's about. I haven't read it yet. Apparently, there's this person. There's this judge named Lena Hidalgo, and she's saying anything less than stay-at-home order is a gamble on our own people. So I'm assuming that she's probably one of those people who are pro stay-at-home orders, and she's probably like advocating that people should stay home. So let's get into this article. Houston. Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo said in a conference call with media Monday that she plans to ask Commissioners Court to extend the county's emergency declaration and, by extension, the mask mandate, which is tied into the declaration. Oh, well, that's good, because people aren't following the quarantine rules, right? You know, when you travel, you're supposed to like stay quarantined for a certain amount of days. Well, there's not enough people to track each individual, so people aren't following that. So it's a good thing that people are wearing masks, because those infected, dirty rats are probably getting everyone else infected. Maybe that's why my state has risen in the COVID cases, because of that. Additionally, Hidalgo, speaking from self-quarantine after a staff member tested positive for the coronavirus, noted that she's been in communication with Gov. Greg Abbott's office about having her authority to enforce a stay-at-home work-safe order. It's going to be really hard to enforce these sort of stay-at-home orders when the police aren't being paid wages to care about it. At this moment, the police department isn't being paid enough to acknowledge that the COVID-19 is a threat. So from what I've seen in my own particular area where I live, police don't give a shit about it. They don't care. They're pretending like it's not even there. They're letting people disobey these rules because, again, no one's paid to pretend like it exists. Hidalgo says she's going to continue to push for the authority and that she's grateful the governor scaled back some of the reopenings, but for her, it's not enough. My fear is that we don't have any proof that the governor's halt to reopenings will do it. There's no evidence from a community on the verge of disaster that suddenly you can put restaurants at 50% capacity and everything was fine, Hidalgo said. The only thing that we know works is stay-at-home orders. Anything short of that is a gamble on our people. Yeah, that's true. It's very important that we make sure that people follow these stay-at-home orders. A lot of businesses will fail. A lot of businesses will end up going bankrupt. A lot of the businesses that I invest in will probably go bankrupt. But with that being said, a lot of these things are not essential to begin with anyways. Eventually, while we are in a time of miniaturization and budgeting and living more frugally, it's appropriate that a lot of these businesses that have been living on debt do end up closing down, and people may lose their jobs. But jobs, and if you let the economy work, tends to open up in industries that are necessities. And some people may not have jobs, right, as technology improves. But for example, if America can provide a surplus of food, for example, through farms and agriculture, Well, perhaps we just need more occupations than that. And even if we can't, well, maybe we'd have to change America's economy to work with the COVID-19 and work with with the economic problems we have, because again, we have a lot of non-essential businesses that have been running on debt. So even if people lose their job, we can still provide enough goods and services and produce to sustain. People will have to cut down things economically, things socially will have to change. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. People may lose their assets, people may lose their savings, but what can we say? Who do we blame? We can point fingers, we can blame, or we can fix the problems, right? And that's what's going to have to happen. We either keep increasing this bubble, or we fix the problems. And I think it's better to fix the problem, because yes, there are winners and losers in this world. This world is not fair. We have to have winners and losers. Like, essential employees get shafted while people making more of their home than ever. But like, people will lose their businesses. People have been living on debt. People have been living beyond their means in a lifestyle that they can't afford. So they're gonna have to cut down. They're gonna lose things. So it's just how life is. I don't know. We can't really blame anyone. It's either this is how it is or this is how it's not. But this is how it's gonna be. Hidalgo said that stay home, work safe order yielded results, and that eventually an enforceable one will be needed. The question now, she said, is when, and whether the situation will have to get visibly worse with doctors coming in from other areas and beds in hallways. She added, "It's about the value of human life. Since when did we decide that we want to fill all of these hospital beds just so that somebody has a bed to die in? The point is not to fill them. It's to be a community that is resilient and that can be sustainable for a long haul." That's a really interesting article. I guess this person does acknowledge that the COVID-19, is a very deadly virus that does kill millions. And with that being said, you should be providing hazard pay for essential employees working the front line. I honestly do believe that, and this person should be advocating for it. I don't know what a judge can do, but maybe she has some kind of a political pull in her area, and she could start advocating for essential pay for employees, or hazard pay for essential employees. But clearly this person acknowledges that it's a problem. So, again, a lot of businesses will end up failing. There's a lot of non-essentials that are not needed. There's a lot of there's a lot of jobs that were never really necessary to begin with, and have pretty much built up any of their wealth using people's debt. And America being in debt the way that it is, we'd have to really question, I don't know, can we expect things to go back to the way they were? I mean, were they okay to begin with? Was it really acceptable? I mean, maybe America as a whole, if we put everybody together as a unit, has been living way beyond their means. Not me, but maybe not you, but if we put everybody together in a pool, maybe as a whole we've lived beyond our means. So anyway, this is a great article. Seems like this person acknowledges the COVID-19 is a big deal. I do agree to some extent that we should enforce stay-at-home orders, but then a lot of other things that have to change as well. Is America ready for that? I don't know. Do I care? Not really.